like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Do I got time? No cap. Made a few checks but they all in the rest. Had a few friends but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100 seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up like I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphins fans. Listen, man, we got to put this work in. We still got some stuff we got to take care of tonight. I know this is the third stream, so they're not sending the notifications out, but we gotta still get this work done. This is part 2 of the series that we started at the end of last week, building around Tua Tagovailoa, and literally help me do it. Let's do it together. This is part 2. We are going to be hitting the defense. This one is going to be a lot more interesting because we got a lot of moving parts on the defense as well and stuff that we got to work through, all right? So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started, but please hit that like button on your way in the building, and let's get it done, man. Hopefully y'all help me out because we may not have a full room of 400 or 500 people like usually because this is the notifications won't be sent out for this one. So again, make sure that you hit that like button so that it'll let people know that we are live. But let's try to hurry up and get through this because this one is going to definitely take some work. Let me go ahead and pull up my shared screens real quick. Share screens. Let's go window. Share. Let me see if I can share multiple screens. No, I think it's just one at a time. Okay, cool. But here we go. Last time we talked, we did the quarterback. We did the entire offense, y'all. What we determined is we got plenty holes that we need to make decisions on and fill for the team going forward. Also, not only that, but we also determined we have an opportunity to save about $15.4 million and still keep these guys that we have listed on the roster as core players on this team, all right? But it's time to go into the defensive work, okay? And we will also pull up the depth chart because I have that up as well. I'll be working through that, by the way. Y'all bear with me. Let me pull up this depth chart that I have here. All right. Let's see here. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to be working off of the defense. Do y'all want to start in the secondary or in the trenches? Let me know in the comment section right now. Which one would you prefer to start at, in the secondary or the trenches? And then we'll go from there, all right? Put it in the comment section. First one that I see, that's where we'll start. Secondary or trenches? Let me know in the comment section. All right, the first one I see is trenches. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. All right, so first we got left defensive end, right defensive end, then we got nose tackle. Okay, and all right, let's do that. Left defensive end, right defensive end, then nose tackle. Let's fill those in. All right. All right, so let's cap up. Left defensive end 1. Left defensive end 2. Right D end 1. Right D end 2. Nose tackle 1. Nose tackle. Oh, well, that was messed up. Nose tackle space 1. Nose tackle space 2. All right, so that's where we'll start. All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, when it comes to the left defensive end, right now we have Emmanuel Ogbah and Adam Butler. that we have right now. And I'll just be quite frank with you all. The Emmanuel Ogbah, who is our starter, will put a question mark just like Gesicki and put E Ogbah because he's not under contract. He's a free agent. So we need a defensive end, number one. And he is an option that's already on the team, but we got to figure out what we're going to do past that point. And then we have Adam Butler, but that's also somebody we're going to have to go look up his contract to see if he's even under contract. Adam Butler. Let's see here. Adam Butler's contract. I'm looking it up now, guys, to see if he's under contract right now. All right, so Adam Butler was on a 2-year, $7.5 million contract. Let me pull this up because I gotta ask y'all, are we gonna keep him or what? I gotta show y'all what the contract situation is, okay? Let me show y'all what his contract situation is. Share screen, window, Chrome tab, Adam Butler. Bam. All right, here we go. Adam Butler. This is what we got. So he just made his guaranteed money. And this year he has no dead cap. He's going to be a $4.1 million cap hit. Do we keep Adam Butler or do we move on from Adam Butler? What do you all think? I think that he added quality depth. He was a good player for us. Of course, Ogbah was the primary starter, but I liked his game, especially as a backup at that position where we still get great production if Ogbah was to get hurt. We talk about he played 591 snaps. He played half of the snaps, 2 sacks, 17 tackles, 9 solo tackles, 8 tackle assists. It's a toss-up right here, man. Someone said move on. Somebody said keep. I say keep. Move on. Keep Butler. Keep. This is interesting. Put it in the comment section. What do you think we do? Yeah, agree. Cheap and was pretty decent. Pay that man. Pay that man. So we're gonna put him as left defensive end too. Y'all think that's wise for now, and we'll reevaluate that later if we have to. A Butler. Keep Butler. All right, so we're gonna keep him on our depth chart. I mean, we're gonna keep him on our roster. All right. So we need a starter, but we got Butler as the backup, and we're gonna keep him for the 4.1 million. He's already under contract, so he's not hurting the books right now. All right. Now let's switch gears here for a second. Let's go left defensive end. Well, excuse me, right defensive end. All right. Let's see here. Share screen for y'all real quick. All right. So we got right defensive end is Christian Wilkins and Zach Zeiler. Okay. We know Christian Wilkins is still under contract for at least 1 more year, so that's a give in. So we're gonna add C. Wilkins to the depth chart. But Zach Zeiler, we're gonna need to look up his contract, guys. We're gonna need to look up Zach Zeiler's contract. So let me pull that up real quick. Let y'all take a look at it and see what we should do in that situation. All right. So let's type in Zach. Hopefully I spelled it right. Probably didn't. Nope, I didn't. Let me spell Zach. Z-A-C-H and S-E-I. It's I-E. That's why I got it wrong. All right. Let's see what his contract situation is. Let's see what we get from him. This one, 2 years, same type of contract. He must have got a new deal then. It earns a base salary or 2 roster bonus. They just gave him money, huh? So I signed a 2 years, 7.3. Guaranteed an annual salary. Okay, so let's see the details of this. Let me see, when did he actually sign that? 19. So he looks like he might have actually, yeah, they had no, they're still on the same deal. They must have did some type of restructure and extension. So right now, Zach Zeiler is going to be making $2.5 million this year with the dead cap of 1 million. I know we could debate this and talk about this, but I'm gonna tell y'all now, he's staying on this team. He's definitely staying on this team. Our defense is really we're getting defense really cheap, y'all. Just so y'all know, we are getting defensive players really cheap on that line right now. We're not paying anyone when you really look at it. So let me put him on the depth chart. L-E-R. Okay. But the real question, well, we got Christian Wilkins for 1 more year. We definitely getting by on this money, man. All right. Now let's talk about nose tackle. Let's look at the nose tackle situation. Let me pull up my depth chart real quick. Let me pull up my depth chart. All right. The depth chart. So what we got at nose tackle? Raekwon Davis and John Jenkins. Okay, so Raekwon is still on a rookie deal. So we got that locked down. Now, give me a second. All right, Raekwon Davis. Let me add him to the depth chart. But John Jenkins, I need to look at his contract situation. R. Davis. All right, Raekwon Davis. And now let's look up our boy, John Jenkins. Let's look at his money. What is his contract looking like? All right. Let's go, John Jenkins. All right, so John Jenkins, Miami Dolphins. Let's look at the contract, see if there's something we're going to move for. So he's an unrestricted free agent, ladies and gentlemen. So I had to put a question mark, and maybe I could put J. Jenkins. Familiarity with the system just in case they want to bring him back. He didn't make much money, but I can tell you now, he was worth more than we were paying him. He was worth more than we were paying him. But that at least tells us right there, ladies and gentlemen, we need some depth at the nose tackle position. Now, here's the thing. Well, hold on. What's wrong with? Oh, that's because he out at the linebacker position. Phillips. I was going to say, where's Phillips? He's actually the swing, that linebacker position in the 3-4. So what this tells us is we got Adam Butler under contract as a backup. We got Christian Wilkins, the young core, under contract this year and next with Zach Zeiler as a backup. We got Raekwon Davis for 3 more years as a piece of the core, or 2 more, or something like that. And we need a backup. And Ogba is the wild card, the big fish in that area where we need to see if we can make some moves in that regards, if we're going to bring him back or replace him. But that's going to be a vital spot. But for the most part, The trenches look solid and secured with the exception of a true pass rusher. And maybe they bring Ogba back, but we shall see. So this looks good so far. I like how we're starting. I like how we're starting in this situation, but we'll see how it pretty much ends out. Let me bring back the depth chart because we want to add more areas to this as well. So let's look at the depth chart and see what else we're going to add. So now we need to go weak side linebacker, left inside linebacker, right inside linebacker, and strong side linebacker. So let me plug those in. Weak, left, right, strong. All right, let me plug those in real quick. Weak, left, strong. Wait, weak, left, right, strong. Let me pull that up for y'all. All right, here we go. Weak side linebacker. 1. Weak side linebacker. 2. Left inside linebacker. 1. Left inside linebacker. 2. Right inside linebacker. 1. Right inside linebacker. 2. And then strong side linebacker. 1. Strong LB. 2. All right, this is the next phase for us. All right, let me get my paintbrush here, make this look the same. All right, so here we go. This is the next phase that we're going to work through, that linebacking core. Let's see what we got right now. Who's going to be here, who's not. Let's check out the let's take a look at the depth chart. Then we'll look at the money. Who's going to be here and who's not. All right. Well, let me make this bigger for you all, by the way, because you probably can't see it very well because I can't myself. So that's 150, and that's a good size. All right. So let's go to weak side linebacker. So right now, we got Andrew Van Ginkel and Darius Hodge. Okay. Let's see here. I got to look at all these guys' contract because some of these guys, they got some time to go. Let me write these down so I ain't got to go back and forth. Van Ginkel, Darius Hodge. And y'all bear with me. Then left inside linebacker, Landon Roberts and Vince Beagle. Then right is Jerome Baker, Duke Riley, Sam Iguavin, and Calvin Munson. Got a lot of guys. And the last one is Jalen Phillips and Brennan Scarlett. All right. Just wanted to write it down so I ain't got to keep coming back and forth to this page. I want to be done coming to this page. So y'all bear with me. All right. So let's go take a look at some contracts real quick to see who's going to be on this team and who's not based off of the money and their playing pretty much. So let's go John Jenkins contract. All right, first up, Andrew Van Ginkel. First of all, do y'all want Andrew Van Ginkel back? Do you want Andrew Van Ginkel back? Put it in the comment section. And hit that like button, guys. We're almost at 200 people. I want to do this with as many people as we could possibly get so that it could be interactive so we can come up with this together. So, Andrew Van Ginkel is on the last year of his contract. Then he's an unrestricted free agent. He is going to be set to make $2.6 million this year with pretty much $75,000 dead cap. So it would be pure savings if we moved on from him. But what will the Miami Dolphins do? Will they keep Van Ginkel or go ahead and let him walk? We haven't been extending anyone yet. But it looks like that salary and he gets good playing time. He comes out, make plays. When he does, that's a fair salary to run him under this year. But do y'all see how many people are going to be under contract next year? All of our depth look like it's gone next year. And it's guys like this that's going to need a new contract. We're not going to be, oh my gosh, we could be in a salary issue really fast. That's why we need to make sure that we're trying to win now. We need to make sure we're trying to win now because we know what Van Ginkel gives us. And if you re-sign him, you're going to pay more money. That's hitting the salary cap. Or do you go try to find a replacement because you got the best you could out of him? But the problem with that is if the replacement isn't as good, and here we are, defense starting to drop. Can I ask, does this matter between who is calling plays? Not this stage doesn't matter yet. All we're doing is determining who's under contract, who's not under contract, and who we know has not played well, and they probably gonna be out of here. So at this stage, it doesn't matter. Now, when we start filling in holes and, because even if whoever calling plays comes, the new coach, there ain't nothing they can do about a guy that's under contract. So we're going with the people that's under contract that's not counting against our cap. So, and they trying to keep the defense intact. So Van Ginkel's going to be here, in my opinion. He's going to be here. Okay. So that's where I'm at with that. So first of all, weak side linebacker, let's go ahead and add Andrew Van Ginkel. He's more of an issue this offseason or during the season. Do you re-sign him for an extension, or do you move on and risk the defense starting to fall a little bit? All right. Now let's go to the next contract, which is Darius Hodge. All right, Darius Hodge is Van Ginkel's backup. Doesn't even have a picture. But the Dolphins signed him on a 3-year deal with no guarantee, well, $25,000 guaranteed. And then he'll be a restricted free agent. So this signing happened last year. But I don't even know. I mean, do y'all remember Darius Hodge throughout the season? Basically, he's set to make $825,000 this year. Again, he has no dead cap. I know he's replaceable. Defense wins championships. Got to fight to keep the defense intact. I agree. We need to give Wilkins an extension already, $452. Yeah, I don't know if he'll take that. You see how he climbing them charts? I bet he'll bet on himself to get a bigger payday than that if he balls out this year again. So Darius Hodge, I know y'all say replaceable, but is he really replaceable? Because he's making basically minimum money. He's making minimum money. And $825,000, a guy that you want to field a team with possibly special teams. Something to really think about. Let's take a look at, did he have any production this year? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't remember much about him at all. He played in 4 games, started none, only played 10 snaps. So he didn't play this year. He did not play this year. So I will say this, y'all. I know y'all probably want to get them off of the roster, but you keep them. The reason why is the replacement is going to be very similar, and at least you already got your starter. So right now, I don't want to mess with $1 million guy who's under contract. It ain't really bothering us, if that makes sense. Because the backup is probably going to be on that level anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and keep him on the roster. Save us the time. All right. Left inside linebacker, starting with Landon Roberts. Let's see what his contract is looking like. I don't know if I ever really even looked at his contract. All right. Landon Roberts. Let's see what Landon Roberts looking like. Here we go. No surprise. Ooh. Did we know that Landon Roberts was a free agent? He is not even under contract, ladies and gentlemen. He's not even under contract. So we're going to put a question mark, and we know we need to get better at the linebacking core anyway. Wow. That's why we do this. Somebody said extend. I'm going to be honest with you. Miami may be looking to upgrade. Landon Roberts, the type of guy they may want to be a backup, but he started. Lucky for us, he only made a base salary of $2.1 million. If they do bring him back, you still may be looking for him to be a backup and bring a real legitimate starter in, because we got to get better at that position, y'all. We have to get better at that position. And let's see who was behind them this year and look at their money. Vince Beagle, whatever you call it. Oh, I must have spelled it wrong. Here we go again. Here we go again. There we go. Wow, we don't have a linebacker, y'all. Even Vince Beagle ain't under contract. Neither of those guys under contract. Wow. Do you think Phillips will be used as a true edge rusher now and not a linebacker half the time? It depends on the coach. I think he's still going to be at that linebacker position because we rush that fourth guy. We rush Phillips unless it's some obvious passing down and they want to cover. We typically rush that guy anyway, so he's going to continue to be a flex linebacker, and that's really what he is. Y'all, we don't have a left inside linebacker. We don't have a left inside linebacker. So we got another question mark. This one is a shocker to me. And I've been telling y'all we need to do something about that linebacking core. Now the contracts say we will. Wow, that's a huge hole that we never thought about. Man, this is why they probably was trying to go get Watson, because you would have to fill less holes and be okay with, okay guys around them. But with Tua, you need to fix all these positions to really have a good chance of having a great team that can stop the run and can run the ball. This is going to be a tough offseason. That $70 million ain't nothing. And with what we saved, we have about 85 million, but we're gonna need more than that. All I got to say is, it's going back to 2013. Well, let's see how much money we're gonna end up saving. I mean, that's not freak out yet, but I will tell you this: we ain't save a penny yet on this defense. We haven't saved a penny yet on the defense, and I don't see a good area to save it at yet. We ain't saved nothing because a lot of these guys ain't even under contract. John Jenkins and Landon Roberts, Beagle, none of them under contract. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize some of this. It's just crazy. Interesting though. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We'll figure it out. My bad. I'm just checking the update real quick. All right, here we go. Jerome Baker. We know he locked in. Let me go ahead and put it. He got his money. Next up at the Baker is Duke Riley. Somebody said Muma and Jay Johnson will be two good players to take. Yeah, man, keep those in mind. We'll talk about those when the time comes, man. We'll talk about who we're going to fill those spots with, but we got to consider the money. We got to consider the money. We got to go through this team. All right, Duke. Let me see. Duke Riley. All right, let's see what's going on with Duke Riley contract. Do we have him? Do we have him locked down? God dog, another one. We ain't even got Duke Riley locked down. He made 1.1 last year pretty much, and we ain't got him locked down. But I will say we got a lot of other guys on the depth chart at that position. Let me say we had Duke, Riley. A lot of holes that I didn't even realize we had. Let's keep it going. Sammy Guavin, what is he looking like? What's that situation? See what Sammy Guavin looking like. And he's at that position, so he's gonna be like a backup on this chart to see. So Sam is a restricted free agent, so he doesn't have a contract, but we own his rights. So they have to decide what they want to do in that situation. Man. Y'all give me a second. All right. My bad, Joe. Right. Inside linebacker. 3 and 4. So need a question mark. Sammy Guavin, because we got 4 on this depth chart right now. Yes. Guavin. All right. Now let's go to the last one. Calvin Munson. Let's see what we got with Calvin Munson. Man, we really got some linebacker issues, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all notice, we got some major linebacker issues. We ain't got many people under contract at all. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this has actually got me nervous because we got so many holes to fill that I didn't realize. So thankfully, Calvin Munson's under contract, but he ain't got no guaranteed money. He's zero dead cap. So he's at least under contract though. So we'll put him in here because he is under contract. And again, I told you those like $1 million guys, they're on here until they get cut because they already counting against the cap. Even though he ain't got guaranteed money, he is counting against the cap. I know drop Munson, get rid of his 1 million and replace it with another guy with $1 million. Basically, that's an easy done deal whenever we cut him and get another guy. So we'll just wait till that happens. But strong side linebacker, we got Jalen Phillips. We can go ahead and plug him in on our depth chart. So J Phillips. All right. And then after Jalen Phillips, we got Brennan Scarlett. Let's look at his contract. Another one probably. Brennan Scarlett. All right, so this will be the last one at the linebacker core. Unrestricted free agent. Wow, we got holes at the linebacker position. I did not realize it was this bad. Did y'all realize we had this many holes on the linebacking core? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did y'all realize that? If you realize it's the Pats way, they do the 1 to 2 year deals. We can't do that. Yep. No, sadly. Yep. Y'all, some of y'all knew that. Okay. So we got so now we need to go in the back end. It's time to go in the secondary. So let me pull my depth chart back up. All right. Let me look at my depth chart. Give me a second. Okay, cool. All right, now let's get to our depth chart real quick. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Let me write them down. All right, so left cornerback, X Howard, Nick Needham, Noah, and Quincy Wilson. That's one of those new signees have to be. Let's go right cornerback, B. Jones, Justin Coleman, Trill Williams, D'Angelo Ross. Then we got strong safety, Eric Rowe, Brandon Jones, Clayton Fedgedim, whatever. And last one is free safety. We got Jason McCourty, probably gone. Javon Holland, Sheldrick Redwine. All right. This and then the kickers, and we'll be done. So let's do what we got to do. We got to bring back Coleman and Needham. Yeah, but will we be? Well, we gonna talk about it. I think we about to lose a big name corner, and it could be either or. We gonna talk about it though, man. All right, so Let me go to so we don't need that anymore. Y'all can watch me type these in real quick. Let's say we're gonna do this together. All right, screen share, window. No. Wait, did I all right, here we go. All right, so let's type it in. We got left cornerback 1, left cornerback 2, left cornerback 3, right cornerback 1, right CB2, right CB3, right 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got 4 of each of them. Gosh, man. Left cornerback 4. All right, 1. Left CB1. CB2. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm doing the wrong ones. Right. 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 CB3. CB4. All right, we got that. Let me drag this down. Get some more. And then we got strong safety. How many of them? 3 of them. Strong safety 1. Safety 2. All right, free safety 1. FS2. FS3. All right, so we good. My bad, y'all. Let's fill them in, man. Let's get these left cornerback 1. Honestly, we got to talk about it. We even got to look at Xavier Howard's contract. Do y'all think we're going to keep Xavier Howard, and do you want to keep him? Put it in the comment section. What's your thoughts on Xavier Howard? Are we keeping him? Let's share the screen so you can see the contracts. Is this before or after we try to keep players before we get the new head coach, or are we going to trade them? Well, this is a living document. We're going to be playing with this all off season. We're going to be playing with different scenarios and everything. When they cut somebody, we'll make the adjustment, look at the need. When they add someone, we'll make the adjustment. This is a living document we're going to continue to mess with. If they trade X, we get to add money and then talk about what happened. We're going to do all of that. All right. If we look at Xavier Howard's contract situation, and we're going to put him on here, I'm sure. But basically, here's the situation. Xavier Howard he already restructured once, and that was giving him more. But this year, he has a $16 million cap hit and a $13 million dead cap, which means he'll definitely be on the roster unless they trade him. And or the problem is he wants more money. So that's where a part of that issue comes in as well. And when you talk about Xavier Howard, we're talking about a 28-year-old with 218 days, which means before the season starts. Because on 147 days, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 months from now, which puts us around July. Before next season, he will be 29 years old. But here's the deal with Xavier Howard. If you give him more money, it's going to be a restructure that probably has us on the hook all the way to 2024. So what you're paying him to do is be 29, 30, and 31 years old. You're giving him the bag into 31 years old. Would you want to pay Xavier Howard big money for the age of 29, 30, and 31? Will you pay him the money from 29, 30, and 31? If I were the Miami Dolphins, I would make him pay on his current contract. If he requests a trade, I will put him on the trade block, see if I can get what I can get for him. If I can't get it, then it is what it is. Same thing as last year. The problem is they already promised him that they would seriously consider renegotiating this offseason or trade him. So we're either giving more money or we're trading. And the smart thing to do, in my opinion, is to go ahead and trade, get those draft capital and that money back on your books. Or you can pay him, but understand that restructure is probably going to at least hold him down for the next 3 years. He already got 1 year guaranteed this year when you really look at his contract, $13 million dead cap and a 16 cap hit. That's a guaranteed year this year. That was part of the restructure. They already gave him some guaranteed money. But if you restructure, that means you're going to add another probably 2 years of guarantees. But for this purpose of this right here, we're definitely going to put him on here. But I got to be honest, I'm going to put a question mark and write, and we're probably going to put him in, green as a potential trade, as an indicator. But we got to definitely put, he's on the roster already, so I won't put him in parentheses. X Howard. He's under contract, but we're definitely going to question mark trade and put it in green. Bear with me. I'm doing all the little logistics, making it look good at least. I can't wait, man. This exit situation is definitely going to be an interesting one. We'll see how it goes. Appreciate the donation, homie. Everybody that's been donating to the channel, thank y'all so much for the love and support. Try Hard said, what should we do with the first round pick? I would like for us to draft the running back Breece Hall. We'll see. We're going to figure that out together because the next stream is identifying all the logistics, how much money we got, how many draft picks we got. That's what the next stream is going to be about. Part 3 is the money and the draft picks. What capital do we have? And then we'll devise a strategy and put priorities in order from position. Like we're going to start talking about what is the number one priority based off of what we see by position. So we'll talk about the money and do priorities on part 3. Part 4, we'll start plugging people in. So this is part 2. In part 5, the expectations of what we can get done. And then from there, the series is over, but it will be a living document that we play with all summer based off of the draft and everything. What about Byron Jones? We him under contract. We have Byron Jones under contract, but we feel like we are trading X. We ain't get to Byron yet, but we're gonna get there. That's why I said even Byron, man, we may have to look at that situation, but we'll review it. All right, so next up, we need to look at the money of Nick Needham. We need to look at Nick Needham. Let's see what his money look like. And remember, Nick Needham up and coming, like what he did this year. Let's see what we got. These contracts are shocking me, though. I'm talking about some of these holes that we didn't realize we had. That linebacking core is scary right now. We ain't even got Nick Needham under contract. And he's a restricted free agent, which means that they restricted him because they're looking to give him a deal, but they have to work that out. And guess what? Nick Needham definitely worth more money now, y'all. Nick Needham plays some football. Nick Needham might be able to start on a team. So we don't even have a man on the contract. So left cornerback 2, I got to put a question mark. And he played a lot of our slot with Coleman. We ain't even got the man under contract. Wow, I wonder if EM knows that. That's his boy. Man, this ain't looking good. I do not like where we are right now with all these players that we found talent, but they all do money now. So we actually don't have as much money as we really thought, just to be just straight up front with y'all. We definitely don't. Give me a second. I'm gonna read it. I already read that. All right, let's see here. Who's next? Noah Igmonogamy. Jesus help me. Let me type him in. Let's look at his contract situation. Let's look at Noah. Some of y'all be like, got him. Got him. All right, Noah's contract. We already know he oh my gosh, the dead cap is just he's gonna cost us $3 million this year, and he got a dead cap of $5 million. So Noah's making the roster again. Let me put that on here. Jeez. We lose $2 million if we cut him, pretty much. I mean, an extra 2. We gotta pay the whole $3 million anyway, and he'll hurt us next year. So he's still gonna be a project, y'all. They're gonna keep. Oh my gosh. Let me see how you spell this. Gosh, 90% of his contract was guaranteed. Igben nah Guinea. All right, we got Noah, man. It is what it is. Wow. Somebody said give him $6 million. Nah, they're gonna keep him because y'all also have to understand how young he is. So they're gonna let him develop until the last available day. All right, Quincy Wilson is the last one. Let's check out his contract. Probably one of them $1 million signings as well. Quincy Wilson. Probably one of those $1 million signings that they just made, who's gonna just stay on here. Let me see if I'm correct. Yep, 1 year, no dead cap. So let's put Quincy on here. All right. All right, so let's go on the right side, y'all. The right side cornerbacks, Byron Jones. Let's look at his contract. Do we have an out this year if they want to? Here we go, Byron. 16 million, dude. Dead cap of 12. Nope, we don't have an out until next year. Let's make sure we put Byron on here unless they want to trade him. If somebody want to pick that up. And if Byron ain't complaining about money, like I always say keep him. Byron's played really good for us. People just don't notice that, man. They don't notice that. They expecting all the picks in the world. But Byron's costing 16 each year, and next year is an out if we want it. So they'll be trying to probably restructure him in 2023 if they want to keep him. Because look at Byron, he's also getting up there in age. Next year, he'll be 31. This is the last good year, maybe 30 years old. So they'll be getting out in 2023 potentially, and if he plays great football, they'll continue with Byron Jones. All right, next up, Justin Coleman. Let's look at the contract. He's played really well this year. I just don't lie. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am just really nervous now because a lot of our best players that have really developed ain't even under contract. Nick Needham, that shocked me. Don't tell me the same with Justin Coleman. Let's see. Lord Jesus. Please be on the oh my Jesus. Justin Coleman is a free agent. We ain't even got Justin Coleman. Oh my gosh. And he played in the slot. We don't have a slot receiver right now between Coleman and Needham. We don't even have a slot. Oh my gosh. This is getting worse as I go. Maybe I should stop. I thought we had all that money. And oh my gosh. I thought we had all that money, but that money about to get ate up with current players alone. I thought we needed to work on the defense between the linebackers and the secondary. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right, man. Maybe Trill Williams, who's further down on the depth chart, maybe he under contract. Probably not. Trill. All right, Trill. Trill is under contract, but no guaranteed money. So we'll plug them in. They can cut them anytime if they want. Okay, who else? D'Angelo Ross, another quick signing they made that we're probably going to keep on here because. Okay. Angelo Ross. We are so in trouble. Yeah, they just gave him a contract for this year. No guarantees. So, but he already counting against the cap. So we'll see how it goes. Oh my gosh. All right. Now we're at strong safety. Eric Rowe. Is Eric Rowe still under contract? Man, don't mess me up with the safeties too. Don't mess me up with the safeties too. Please. Don't mess me up mentally with these safeties right now. Jesus. Okay. Eric Rowe is under contract, but here's one that's gonna be considered. Okay, because the problem with Eric Rowe is his money. Eric Rowe is already under contract for $5 million, but he's a $500,000 dead cap. They could save money from Eric Rowe, but I feel like it's time for Brandon Jones to go ahead and get the start. That's what you bought Brandon Jones in here for, and the man's been playing for 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is Brandon Jones's time. I think that they will be looking to save money with Eric Rowe. What do y'all think? Yes or no in the comment section. Matter of fact, let me go to his playing time because Brandon Jones was eating into it anyway. Let me see his percentage of snap numbers. All right, 2021, 57% snaps. So do y'all notice in 2019 when he started with Miami, he was the starter getting 97%. In 2020, he was getting 90%. Brandon Jones rookie year. Now Brandon Jones done took a huge chunk of that, and Eric Rowe got 57% of the snaps in the games that he played. And he didn't even start all the games. He only started 4 games. So he's officially the backup, y'all, and Brandon Jones is the dude. So what do y'all think we're going to end up doing? What do y'all think we're going to end up doing? Let me know in the comment section. Give me 1 second. I think. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. Somebody sent me something. Make sure it ain't no breaking news. Okay, no, that ain't nothing. That's just Flores meeting with the Saints tonight at the Senior Bowl. But y'all gotta tell me, what do y'all think about the Eric Rose situation? They already drafted his replacement and he already eaten into his snaps. Well, Jones ain't good in coverage, but Eric Rowe, how long do you plan on keeping him? Do y'all think the Dolphins are going to keep him? And he going to save us $4.5 million if we move on. Let me go look at the money again. Contract details. Eric Rowe. Oh, well, I got to load. And he's 29 years old. Another guy, he's actually going to be 30 during the season. He's actually going to be 30 years old in the season. And he'll save us $4.5 million. I would keep him. All right, let's keep him on the roster, but we'll put him in a specific color because that's a close one. That's one we got to keep an eye on. He's definitely a guy that can save you money for the cap, and you drafted his replacement. So we'll see how that goes. I gotta put possible 4.5. 4.5 M save. I gotta at least put that next to his name. And I'm gonna put him in orange real quick if they decide to move on. So let's look at Brandon Jones' contract. I really don't want to look at Brandon Jones' contract because he's under contract. I just really want to see the snap count, how much that he's eating from Eric Rowe, and see how significant it is. If it ain't that significant, then it looks like we would keep Eric Rowe. And he ain't got crazy guaranteed money. Brandon Jones is making like pennies, y'all. Again, he's making pennies. He's not even hitting us hard on this from a salary cap standpoint. 1.3 million this year, 1.5 the year after, dead cap of 500K. He ain't getting cut. We ain't worrying about that, but he ain't making much money. So that's why it's like Eric Rowe might be out of there, man. It just depends on what kind of growth. I guess this is another B Jones. It is. So that's a strong safety too. Now Clayton Fledglam. Let's look at his money. Now the thing about Clayton Fledglam, this is a guy who got one more year on his deal, $2.7 million and 500,000 dead cap. See, that's a problem. You got Brandon Jones locked down, but you're giving Clayton Fledglam a little bit too much money, in my opinion, to be having three guys making that kind of money. That room pretty much is a $9 million room. Yeah, that's like a $9 million room at the strong safety position. That's why I feel like they may be moving on from Eric Rowe, letting Brandon Jones start and Fledglam be the backup. Because they got to try to save money, and Fledglam plays special teams. So I know he's going to be on the team. But Eric Rowe might be out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to put Clayton on here because I think he stays. So let me put him on here. All right. You got him on there. 3 more to go. Free safety 1 is Jason McCourty. What do y'all think about Jason McCourty, man? Got hurt this year. Let's go look at the contract. Oh, wait. Before we do, I got to see how many snaps Clayton was getting, and then I got to go back to Brandon Jones and look at his snap count. So Clayton was getting 26%. God, dog. That's high for Eric Rowe to be getting 57. Then you add that 26. Was Brandon Jones not getting any snaps? Hold on. Maybe we got a whole different look on this, y'all. Maybe we need to back up and look at this a little differently. All right, hold on. Brandon Jones. Well, maybe one of them got hurt quite a bit. Brandon Jones, 55%. So somebody was hurt a lot. Because Brandon Jones started a lot of games. Eric Rowe started 4, but it says he still played 17. So that's interesting to me. Guess Clayton must have played the games where he was hurt. So, okay. So he's still getting more than Eric Rowe regardless. And I know it's packaged, but they still probably going to, the Eric Rowe situation don't sit good with me. All right, so let's go Jason McCourty. Does CD love his fans? I hope I ain't got fans. I don't really have fans. I don't want to look at myself as having fans. All right, Jason McCourty. Not under contract. And he got hurt last year. He may not be back to Miami. So we got another roster spot that's a question mark. So question mark. Free safety 1. Well, we know we're gonna put Javon Holland there, so let me move the question mark down from McCourty. Corey. Right. So and then we got Javon Holland. I don't need to look at his. We know he's the guy. And this ain't in no particular order. I ain't doing the depth right now, but we can do that later to fix it. And then Sheldrick Red Wine. So let's look at Sheldrick Red Wine. We ain't saving no money on defense, y'all. Can y'all believe that? Like, we really ain't got no savings on defense. So they gave him a contract last year, $188,000. So he was just playing around, practice squad and all of that. And then they gave him a 1-year deal as a restricted free agent this year. So they plan to bring him to camp. So we'll add him. Dang, we ain't got no savings on the defense. I thought we were going to have some massive savings. So we'll close that. We done looked at all the salaries. Man. So let me bring up what we got. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Defense, we ain't saved no money. Either they ain't under contract or they under contract and without any opportunities to get money because everybody got dead cap. Eric Rowe is the only contract that it looks like we could save money. Everybody else contract, I don't see any savings on the defense. And y'all saying keep Rowe. Y'all are saying keep Rowe. So this is where we are. This is where we are. Projected money. Let me do the projected money. Let me go look at our up-to-date money that we have right now, okay? Let me look at the updated amount that the Dolphins should have. So as of right now, they say we're going to have 64,672,000. So let's just say 65 million. We always going to round. All right, we're going to round 65 million. So, oh, dang, I closed it out by mistake. All right. $65 million. Now let's go total. Uh, 80.4 million. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins have all these potential holes and we'll have $80.4 million. We need a backup quarterback. We need another running back to compete for RB1 with Duke Johnson. We got depth. I'm giving y'all a summary real quick. We need a top wide receiver in the league to go with Parker and put Waddle in the slot running around and Lynn Bowden like Albert Wilson, but an upgrade. And also another depth piece at wide receiver while they keep Hollins, but he's not even under contract. And Jaceki as well, our tight end one. We don't have one. Jaceki, will they bring him back? We need one. We don't have the number one guy under contract. We also need a tight end 3 because we need one. Shaheen ain't under contract. Left tackle, we all went with that. We're gonna give competition at the left guard with all these backups that we have down here. We're gonna make some competition, see who can win the job. We need a starting center. We need a starting right tackle. Hunt is the only surefire on that line right now. So this offense, man, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 holes. We got 10 holes on the offense. 10 holes on the offense. Man, let me write that down, by the way, as we're continuing to go. 10 holes on offense. Now, let me write down how many starters, though. Running back, 1. Wide receiver, 2. Tight end, 3. 4, 5, 6 on the line. 6 starters. 6 starters. And 4 depth. That's the offense. Defense, how many holes we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 holes on the defense. Same thing. Wow. How many starters? We know Holland going there, so let me make that easy now and make that move. We already know what time it is. All right, so how many starters are we short? Rowe is still on the team. We get Coleman, ain't Overbine. All right, X ain't got traded yet, so we're not him. Riley. So 1 at the inside linebacker and 2. That's good. 2 starters on defense and 8 depth. This is our outlook right now. So we got 20 holes. 20 holes on team. 8 starters and 12 depth. That's where we are with it, man. Now I need to count these first, though. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24, 26, 30, 32, 34, 36, 40, 42, 46, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So we're at 56 right now, which is over what this team is going to have. I didn't even add special teams, so I need to do that. So y'all bear with me one moment because we got 56 on here. I'm going to get this down to 53 and give us some of our money back because all of these guys ain't going to make the team. I mean, I got all these linebackers and all that stuff. Doesn't even make sense. So y'all bear with me one moment. We got to fix that. All right. So special teams. Let me make sure I add the guys we know going to be on this team with special teams. And this is what I'm going to do real quick, guys. We got to go with some of these no-name guys that we know that they're bringing in that they're not going to keep here. We know we get 2, 2, and 2. That makes sense. 2 linebackers. But the cornerback situation, we're going to go ahead and wipe this out. All right. Delete. Shift sales up. Q Wilson, that's 1 million. Wait, let me make sure. I'm gonna have to look at the salary that these guys getting, but they roughly 1 million. Them bottom of the barrel guys. Who else? D Ross, another one. Even if they make the team, we just taking them off now because it's not even likely. Plus, we want to know our true money that we'll have, because they're gonna have about 40 million over the cap in camp. But we know that ain't gonna be the case. So we're gonna delete D Ross. Delete. Shift cell up. All right, that put us down to 54. We got a few more to delete. Y'all see anybody on here that I missed that we know ain't gonna make this team? That's on here that I'm missing as extra people. Most of these guys usually on the team. Seeing Rowe. We'll get to Rowe. I think another problem we got is we got all these old linemen down here. Matter of fact, I can't count that competition slot. So I got 53 men on this roster now, but then I still got to add the special teams. Munson and Hodges. All right, now I'll go back real quick and evaluate that real quick. But let me get these last special teams guys. Jason Sanders, Michael Pilardi. I got to write these down. Jason Sanders, Michael Pilardi. Blake Ferguson. Blake Ferguson is on there. Devontae Dedman. Did I already put Dedman on here? Yeah, Dedman already got on here as saving, so he's off. So I got 56 guys on this roster right now, and I pretty much got to remove 3 guys. Yeah, Blake Ferguson, a long snapper. Yeah, we always have a long snapper. So Red Wine, we go ahead and remove him off of here. What's wrong with my mouse? There's something wrong with my mouse. Oh, there it is. All right. Shift sell up. That's another million. So that's 3 million that I done shifted up right now. And now I'm at 55. I need 2 more. 2 more I got to get off of here. Do y'all see him anywhere? Munson. Where is that at? Okay. Yeah. Munson. All right. That's another million. So that's 4 million. And now we down to 54. And now I need 1 more on here. I'm trying to figure out who's an obvious just add on. Y'all stop with that remove Tua stuff. Might be D Hodges, but I need to make sure. All right, we got 3 of those. Problem with Hodges is you still need some depth at that position. Where do they cut on this team? Trill Williams, did he get the nod much this year? Did he even get to play? Let me go look at his let me go see if he played this year. Let me see how much he played, because somebody on this roster that we not noticing was probably brought back and forth on the practice squad a lot. So y'all bear with me. Let me see. So Trill played last year for $660,000. He ain't got no guaranteed money, so it's probably him. And his percent of snaps last year. Oh Jesus, he ain't play. He ain't play for us. He out of there. 0.4% of the snaps. Not even 1%. Let me go find Trill. Yeah, that's a given. All right, so we got that. Let me write these guys in here. Right. So FG, well, kicker. Let me just put these guys on here and make sure I don't leave them out. Kicker, Jay Sanders. But I do want to look at his contract because he was tripping, and I want to see when they got an out. When do they have an out on Jason Sanders? So, Jason Sanders. Mr. Sanders. All right, Sanders signed that big deal. Jesus, they got him locked down for so many years. But you know what? Guaranteed that sign. He don't have. Wait, hold on. Let's see what happened. They gave him a 5-year, $22 million deal. Average salary is 4.4. Guaranteed that sign is 7.5. Average annual. He ain't got no guaranteed money. Jason Sanders does not have any dead cap. 2022, he makes $3.1 million with no dead cap. I mean, I think they'll keep him, but man, he acted up this year. This would be interesting if they try to save money with Jason Sanders. Y'all keep looking out for that. I think they'll give him a 3rd year, but that's about it if he acts up. All right. So punter, M. Lardy. Let's look at his contract real quick. Let's look at Pilardi's money. Michael Pilardi, he not even under freaking contract. God dog, Miami. We don't even have a punter next year. We don't even have a punter. Jesus. We got more holes in. So that's probably gonna be a $1 million. But so we ain't even got a guy on the contract for kicker. So we got one whole special teams starter, obviously. All right, so all right, last one, long snapper. Let's see what we're dealing with. All right, Blake Ferguson. I need to learn how to long snap. I'll take them checks. That's his only job too. Is just long snapping, man. And this man getting paid as a long snapper. Who the heck? Are you kidding me? This man got a 4-year, $3.5 million contract as a long snapper. Getting his $1 million a year pretty much. This year, I mean, they're gonna keep him anyway. But yeah, man, he's under contract for 2 more years. All right, so all right, Blake Ferguson. All right, so we're done with this part, y'all. This is where we are. We got 21 holes on this team. Okay, out of our 53-man roster, we got 21 holes. 9 of those holes are starter caliber players, and 12 of depth. We got a few question marks within the roster. As far as whether a guy is going to be here or not, will they trade X? Eric Rose situation. Those are the 2 things to look at. We got a lot of unrestricted free agents. So let me add, I think I can add about 5 million from what I just stripped. You see this projected 65? That goes back up to 70, because remember we kept saying we got 70 million, we got 70 million, we got 70 million. But all those $1 million guys that they signed last week, like the Munson and all of those guys that we just took off, that's why the projected is lower. But we know it's not likely for those guys to make the team. So when we get it back down to a 53 man, we got 70 million. And that means we can add another 5 to the total. We're going to go into the offseason with about 85.4 million if we make all those moves right here in red. Allen Hurns, cut him, save us 2.6. Secor, cut him, save us $1 million. Deadman, cut him, save us 700,000. Shaheen, cut him, 1.8. Ethan Carter, cut him, 2.5. Jesse Davis, cut him, 3.6 million. Greg Little, cut him, 1.5 million. Smith, cut him, 700,000, and Adam Pankey, 1 million in savings. So this is where we are. We could go into the situation with 85 million with this roster. Now, there's other ways to save money. So when you talk about the Eric Rose situation, if they do cut him, you get 4.5 million. That's going to put you at about 90 million, about 89.9. So say 90. Okay. You also got the Xavier Howard situation. If he is traded, 15 million comes off the books. That could put you at 105 right there. 105 right there if that happens. 105. I don't see any many other situations like that happening on the roster. So your max, if X and Rowe is gone, is about 95 million. No, 105. So you got another 20 million you could squeeze out. 105 million. So I want y'all to keep that in mind. I think we did really good at this point. This is a good stopping point, in my opinion. So the next part of the series is we'll talk about the money a little more, and we'll also talk about, let me see, hold on, y'all, give me a second. Okay, we'll talk about the money, and we'll also talk about the draft picks, because that has to be discussed as well. The money and the draft picks. So we'll do that last column over here. Actually, we kind of did the money, but we'll do draft picks. So we can look at those assets of what we have going forward as well. All right. We good here. All right. Round Yeah, we'll do. I'll build the layout for it. But yeah, like I said, we'll do the draft picks, and then we'll go from there, man. I think this is a good start. We understand where we are with the money now and the players that should be on the team and the ones that's close. I think we got a really good gauge of what we're looking at and where we need to build. But ladies and gentlemen, we got more holes than you think. But something that I want to tell y'all, I always do this exercise. If the team stays the same with what we just did, you take 85 divided by 21 holes, you can get an average player of $4 million. You can get an average player of about $4 million. Now, we know that we're not going to fill all 21 holes with $4 million. So, on average, your backups, because we got a lot of, we know we got 9 holes as starters, but backups, you want to consider how much will you spend on backups. And I can tell you now, when you really look at the backups, QB2, you might be spending $3 to $8 million on that situation, depending on who you bring in as a backup. Wide receiver depth, that's a $1 million. Wide receiver 5, that's a $1 million spend. Tight end 3, that's another like $1 million spend. Backup wise on the defense, when you talk about another nose tackle, you talk about a potential $2 million spend. When you get to the right linebacker, you talk about a $2 million spend. The third string, another $1 million. Defensive end, you talk about $2 to $3 million spend on a backup. Cornerback, in today's NFL, you talk about $2 to $3 million, but Nick Needham deserves more. So it depends on if you could play him. But what I would say is your backups, you're going to average with your depth about $2 million per person. And we got 12 holes in that area. And that's $24 million. So if you take your 85 minus 24, you're left with $61 million divided by 9 starters. But I'm not going to say 9 starters because your punter is only making about $1 million. So we'll say 60 million divided by 8 for your starters. 60 divided by 8. All your starters, you got to average about $7.5 million, y'all. You got to average about $7.5 million with your starters. And that's where you get into a problem. Because I want you to look at the defense. Let's look for a starter on the defense we got to replace. Left inside linebacker. That's one that you might be able to save some money and get you a starter for about $3 to $4 million. So that'll put the other 7 guys maybe up a little to about 7.7 per. It's just like FanDuel. You got to figure out that perfect team with the money. But then Ogba, a legitimate defensive end, might hit you in the head for 15 million. Now the rest of the players got to average 5 million. Running back 1, what you gonna do? Get another middle of the road guy? You gonna get a real dude? We're not even talking about the wide receiver one that we want, that we all talk about maybe 20 million. We're not talking about the left tackle that might be 20 million, or the center that might be 10, or the right tackle that may be 15. It's hard, man. So we're going to have to figure this out. How do we really build? How do we really build? I could tell you now, say you go get a right tackle for 15 and you go get a receiver for 15, even if it ain't a great receiver, just a 15. That's 30 million right there. Then the rest of your guys got to be an average of almost 3. How are we going to do this? We got more holes than we thought, ladies and gentlemen. This is why they were interested in Watson, because he's going to mask a lot of these issues that you have, and you ain't got to spend as much money. See, with Watson, you don't need X to get all the turnovers because we at least putting up points. You don't need the defense to bail you out as much. So this is going to be a game for us because I'm going to be honest with you. I want to hear what other people like. I'm going to bring people on and tell me how would they do it? Who would they go get in free agency? And I want to see if the money makes sense. That's what we're going to start doing, y'all. We're going to pull this up and we're going to play around with people and say, all right, bam, I want you to go ahead and build a team. So some of y'all, I want you to start preparing for it. Start using this as a mock and say, here's how I'll build the team. With Tua. With Tua. And I want to see the team that you put together based off of the money that the free agents may be able to get. It's going to be a real good game doing that. I think we're going to really like it, y'all. And remember, we got some draft picks too, but we got to spend money on that. I didn't even take that out of the equation. As some of these going to be draft picks that we fill in. But based off of where we're drafting, you can look for a lot of that depth to be filled in with draft picks, not starters. We might get 2 guys that we want to start in this draft, our first and second round pick, and we hope that they're good enough to do that. So look for us to use our draft picks for real potential starting positions. But I don't think you're going to get a wide receiving starter where we are in the first round. Maybe you get a running back. That's one. Yeah, running back may be one that you can get. Do you get a tight end? Will they be starting material? You ain't getting no old lineman in the first round right there because then you're not getting the best. So we'll see. Maybe that first rounder will be that linebacker for Landon Roberts filling in for him. We don't know. It might be that linebacker because we got to do something with that core. But it's going to be really interesting, man. I think this is a good starting place. We got part 1. We got part 2 done. If you're enjoying the series, let me know in the comment section right now. Next part of the series, we're going to talk about the money and the draft picks. And honestly, part 3, we might even start our process after we talk about money and draft picks because it ain't that much to talk about with that. We'll talk about it maybe for 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll start playing the game. I'll start bringing people in on the stream and telling them, build a team. Let's see how you do. Let's see how you even do it, but make sure you build a winner for Tua. Make sure you build a team that can win with Tua. So part 3, matter of fact, I'll bring people on and tell them what changes would you make on defense, but it ain't many you can make because everybody under contract or they're not under contract. So the only wishy-washy things you got is Eric Rowe and Xavier Howard. So we might just leave it be and keep it be. But do your homework. Go look at some free agents. Look at how much they'll probably cost. Because I'll probably have a chart of how much each free agent may cost, and I'll put it on the side, and we'll go from there, y'all. I think we're doing a good job. Hopefully, y'all continue to enjoy this. I'm enjoying it. Again, thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next time. Peace. I am out.